Eliza Guzman is absent
Yeah.
today.
Eliza absent, DeAndre absent, Zion absent, Joseph absent,
Yeah, we have quite a few absent. There's like
and
six.
then Montreal and Drake are outside.
Okay. Can you tell Drake that he needs to come back to Casa in Montreal, that they've had their 5 minutes?
Yeah. Again, as soon as you're done with the planners, please grab your interactive notebooks, the 2 pages on the desk, and a glue stick. You don't need the colored pencils yet.
No, you will not use color pencils. We might not get to the color pencil part. If we're not locked in and ready to learn, then we might not get to the coloring part today. Remember, we allow extra time. All right, so Miss Joy will get them and have them join us. While you guys are finishing gluing in your papers, I'm gonna go ahead and have the chapter reread to you real quick, so that way I can refresh you guys. We have been learning about feudal, right? The decline of feudals, and we went through sections 1, 2, and 3. We're gonna reread this real quick, and then we all remember where the Black Plague came from, right? We remember the 100-Year War, and we're gonna ask some questions. If you notice the paper you're gluing in has questions that directly relate to what we've learned about over the last few weeks, okay? So we're gonna read this as a refresher real quick.
1. Political developments in England. Political development was rampant during the Middle Ages,
take your foot
and
off,
in
Montreal?
one country, English, developments during the 12th and 13th centuries helped to weaken feudalism.
Are you
The
okay?
story begins with King
What's
Henry
wrong?
II, who
What do you
reigned
need?
from 1154 to 1189. Henry II's legal reforms Henry made legal reform a central concern of his reign. For example, he insisted that a jury formally accuse a person
So you're in
of
a bad
serious
mood now?
crime.
Okay,
Cases
well, I
were then
gave you a few
tried
minutes.
before a royal
Could you do
judge.
me a favor?
In theory,
And
people could no
I'll
longer
help you make a
simply be
report
jailed
about
or
that, but
executed
can
for
we
no legal
not let
reason,
it affect
but
the
had to
rest
go
of our
through a
day?
court trial as well.
Okay, do you
These
need anything
reforms
to get on
strengthened
track?
the power of royal
No?
courts at
Okay,
the
let's take your
expense
hood
of
off because I
feudal
wanna see
lords.
your beautiful face.
Henry's effort
Okay?
to strengthen royal
And
authority
then
led
Miss
to a
Joy went
serious
ahead and put your
conflict
notebook
with
on
the
your
Catholic
desk
Church.
and the 2 papers
In
that
the
you need to
year
get glued in, okay?
1164,
Thank you so
Henry
much,
issued the
Montreal.
Constitutions of Clarendon, a document that he claimed spelled out the king's traditional rights. Among them was the right to try clergy accused of serious crimes in royal courts, rather than in church courts. Henry's action led to a long, bitter quarrel with his friend, Thomas Becket, the Archbishop of Canterbury. In 1170, 4 knights, perhaps seeking the king's favor, killed Becket in front of the main altar of Canterbury Cathedral. The cathedral and Becket's tomb soon became a popular destination for pilgrimages. In 1173, the Catholic Church proclaimed him a saint. Still, most of the constitutions of Clarendon remained in force. King John and Magna Carta in 1199, Henry's youngest son, John, became King of England. John soon made powerful enemies by losing most of the lands the English had controlled in France. He also taxed his barons heavily and ignored their traditional rights, arresting opponents at will. In addition, John quarreled with the Catholic Church and collected large amounts of money from its properties. In June 1215, angry nobles forced a meeting with King John in a meadow called Runnymede, beside the River Thames, outside of London. There, they insisted that John put his seal on a document called Magna Carta, which means Great Charter in Latin.
If you guys are
Magna
looking at
Carta
your
was an
questions,
agreement between the
Albert's
nobles
locked
and the
in.
monarch. The nobles concurred that the monarch could continue to rule. For his part, King John agreed to observe common law and the traditional rights of the nobles
Do
and
you
the
need a
church.
new glow stick?
For example, he promised to consult the nobles and the church archbishops and bishops before imposing special taxes. He also agreed that no free man could be jailed except by the lawful judgment of his peers or by the law of the land. This idea eventually developed into a key part of English common law known as habeas corpus, habeas corpus. In many ways, Magna Carta only protected the rights and privileges of nobles. However, as time passed, the English people came to regard it as one of the foundations of their rights and liberties. King Edward I and the Model Parliament in 1295, Edward I, King John's grandson, took a major step toward including more people in government. Edward called together a governing body called the Model Parliament that included commoners and lower-ranking clergy, as well as high-level church officials and nobles. The impact of political developments in England. These political changes contributed to the decline of feudalism in two ways. Some of the changes strengthened royal authority at the expense of the nobles. Others eventually shifted some power to the common people. Magna Carta established the idea of rights and liberties that even a monarch
Those are
could
one of
not
the
violate.
questions.
This document also affirmed that monarchs should rule with the advice of the governed. Henry II's legal reforms strengthened English common law and the role of judges and juries. Finally, Edward I's Model Parliament gave a voice in government to common people, as well as to nobles. All these ideas formed the basis for the development of modern democratic institutions.
Alright, so we have already done this previously. We did our check for understanding previously on this, right? Remember, we filled in the blanks. So we're gonna go ahead and go back to our hover cam, and we are going to display the questions that we are going to answer together. So by answering the questions, we are then going to get, okay. So we are gonna start with question 1, which you guys have this same paper in your notebook, correct? All right, so Albert, do you wanna read question 1 for me? How? So Albert just read question 1 for us, and he said, how did the plague increase the power of the common people? It would be A, it created a shortage of workers, okay. B, sick people moved into castles. 3, monarchs accused lords of spreading it. So what do you guys think that our answer, our best choice would be? What do you guys think? A, put your thumbs up if you guys think A. If you think B, I want you to raise your hand. If you think C, I want you to put your thumb down, okay? What do you guys think? So I think that the plague increased the power to the common people, and it created a shortage of workers, right? Because the people in power had to share power. Remember, we talked about that, right? So I think that our best choice for question 1 would be what? A, choice A. So I want you guys to circle or highlight this one, because we're going to use yellow green on our number 1s on our picture, okay? Yes.
Do we have to do these? Do we have to color this?
Yep, that's what you're gonna do. We have to answer the questions together based on all of the knowledge that we gained on our essential question, which is what?
The answer is A.
What is our essential question? Can anybody tell me? You wrote it in your planner. What, can anybody tell me what the essential question is? What is it? Yes, what is it? What led to the events, the decline of feudalism, right? So that's what we've been talking about for weeks, right? All right, so our second question is, do I have a volunteer, or did you guys want me to read it?
I'm not reading at all.
I can read it? Okay.
Actually, I guess
All right, Cameron, thank you for volunteering. Remember, we did this one. Do you remember?
Question 2.
Mm-hmm.
Which development in the 100-Year War was partly a response to
Joan of Arc, remember? Who was Joan of Arc, remember? When we read it? It was a girl. Do you guys remember? Do you remember Joan of Arc? It's in your interactive notebook. You can look back and look in there. But Joan of Arc did what? Okay, she created the creation of more power weapons, Magna Carta. Oh!
Led a French army to victory.
Oh, give me a high five. so proud of you.
Oh my
You
God.
looked back and you used your
I'm so
notebook
proud of
and you
you.
found the answer.